141. You can see the only number on fire. Designed to fall on 12/11. It dropped on 12/11. 4237. Triple dollar signed it. Promised the very last number you see would manifest first. I said you would see it between the dates 12/5 and 12/12. This is not for entertainment purposes. This is for informational purposes, and that information is for investing. That's it. No gambling. None of that. Just investing. This is a phenomenal formula that can provide you with residual income every single day, multiple times each day. Promised it. Ladies and gentlemen, 5547. Ladies and gentlemen, promise my number one motherfucking big money pattern. Y'all not listening. On 12/11, I said you would see this happen. I said in the next 24 to 48 hours, in most cases, I can make it happen. I made it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, 469, ladies and gentlemen, I promised my VIP, listen, to win, focus on my top 5 3 digits, which I promise the first 2. 1, 2, straight big money patterns. From 12/9 to 12/17. Within the next 24 to 48 hours, in most cases, I can make it happen. I made it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, 635. Ladies and gentlemen, I guaranteed. You can see it for yourself on 12/3. I said, to win, you must focus on my top 5 3 digits. I said you would see between the dates 12/4 and 12/11, guaranteed by the deadline date, straight. I'm gonna see how I'm gonna make this real quick because I don't see no love. And guess what? Love reciprocates love. I'm sitting here doing this for free. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see at 6:28 a.m., boom, 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 number one big money pattern. You shouldn't see too many motherfucking numbers if you are focusing on the number one number. That's all you gotta do. At 6:28 a.m., I made sure that I put it in the number one position so you would not miss. Ladies and gentlemen, 7908. Ladies and gentlemen, my only motherfucking number on fire. You see it for yourself. I said you would see this on 12/11. It manifest on 12/11. I said you would see it happen. Woo, woo, woo. Y'all see it for yourself in most cases, and I don't practice this shit. I do not. Same motherfucking day. Only motherfucking motherfucking big money pattern on fire. Y'all can't see this. Ladies and gentlemen, 3, 8, 7, 9, again and again and again and again, a 5-year-old can pick out, distinguish, and see that I am talking about the motherfucking fire. I bring the fire every single day, so you don't have to guess. Play the number 1, play the number 2, play a fire. You can do that. Georgia, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, said it would happen between 12:05 and 12:12. Got it on 12:11. Ladies and gentlemen, 1390, boom, 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 again and again and again and again. The only motherfucking big money pattern on fire. Y'all see it for yourself. I said invest in this combination between the dates 12:10 and 12:18. Y'all should see why they don't like me here. Y'all should see this. Ladies and gentlemen, 943. Ladies and gentlemen, I triple dollar sign promising that I could make manifest 943. I am a master manifester. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I show off from time to time. You cannot miss if you are following my winning instructions. To win, focus on my top 5 3 digits, which I promise the first 2. Number 1 big money pattern. Y'all see it for yourself. Deadline met. You don't gamble with me. I promise you, I am going above and beyond the call of duty to bring you this type of information. But y'all not listening to me. That's straight, ladies and gentlemen. You got 5, 2, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, triple dollar signed it. I promised the very last motherfucking number you see. Boom, boom, boom. Straight. But y'all not listening to me though. Ladies and gentlemen, 7, 2, 9, 8. I promise to manifest that motherfucking big money pattern straight. I triple dollar signed it as proof that I would manifest that motherfucking big money pattern straight. I said you would see it 12:09 to 12:17. But ain't nobody listening to me though. Ladies and gentlemen, 6, 6, 3, 7. I guaranteed that I could manifest specifically the number 3 number between the dates 12:07 and 12:14. Y'all see it for yourself. I can show off every now and then. Ladies and gentlemen, again and again and again and again, 2 times, I guaranteed the number 4 number would manifest between 12:09 and 12:17. But y'all don't hear me though. 043. Boom, boom, boom. 22 motherfucking hours. And a black sheep said, you know what? I am going to let this underdog become the big dog today. You can see it for yourself. 12:11. They drop it on 12:12. I can show off a little bit. Number one motherfucking big money pattern. Y'all can see it for yourself. Between the dates 12/7 and 12/14. All you gotta do to win, it's a prerequisite. Focus on my top 5 3 digits, which I promise. The number one number. Ladies and gentlemen, 479. Ladies and gentlemen, 479 promised. I told you within the next 24 to 48 hours. In most cases, I don't even practice this shit. But in most cases, I'm so motherfucking powerful on this plane of existence, I can make the Matrix do what I want it to do. And you can see it for yourself. I put it in writing. I promise my shit will happen. But y'all not listening to me though. Ladies and gentlemen, 8063 drops on 12/12 in Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, 3860 Black Sheep, big money pattern, manifest on time between the dates 12/10, 12/18. Said it would manifest within the next 24 to 48 hours. In most cases, I can make it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, 272. Ladies and gentlemen, your only motherfucking big money pattern on fire. 2 times deadline met. Y'all don't hear me though. There you go, 272. Underdog Black Sheep manifest straight. 12/11 to 12/19. I said it will manifest. Y'all not hearing me though. You got your 082. 082, number one motherfucking big money pattern. I promised you would see it. 12/11 to 12/20 in Michigan. You got your 70 deuce deuce. Ladies and gentlemen, I guaranteed specifically my number 4 big money pattern would manifest between the dates 12/9 and 12/17. I can show off a little bit from time to time. 2 times I said, you're gonna see this motherfucker drop. Told ya, look at me go. 2027. But y'all don't hear me though. Ladies and gentlemen, 5357. Ladies and gentlemen, I triple dollar signed it as proof that I promise that I would manifest that motherfucking big money pattern today between the dates 12/9 and 12/17. I'm not doing no motherfucking rundowns. The numbers are running right to me. I use superpower. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see it right there for yourself. 663, only motherfucking big money pattern on fire. All day, every day. You see it for yourself. Straight between the dates 12/8 and 12/15. I put it in writing. I'll see everybody at the winner's table no matter what. If you know what the prerequisites are and you want to start winning, by all means, go to dynamicpredictions.onrender.com. Pick a package. Once you pick that package, I want you to deliver that receipt to dynamicdriven@gmail.com. Once I receive that receipt, I am going to gift you 7 days free on me. That's how confident I am in my work. I am your master manifester on this plane of existence. Abundant prosperity in health and in wealth. To all who follow me, all who believe in the hard work that you see me accomplishing every single day, I don't play, I invest. And I'm out of here.